Been a dull grey afternoon in North London. Mild temperatures, not too much of a wind, pretty much ideal conditions for a Premiership battle to whet the appetite around Sunday tea time.
Looking quickly at Liverpool, Mark. You see Danny Murphy there on the ball, pressing the ball right side. He is right. Fascinating now, and you see Steven Gerrard trot alongside Patrick Vieira. The man who confessed to the cup final, taught him a lesson, showed him how far he's still got to go. Will he have learned anything from that day?
Well, we didn't learn anything from the match at Anfield 3 weeks ago because Patrick Vieira was suspended from that. Also Hamann in that midfield mix, he didn't play either. But when fit and available, first choice players for Arsenal and Liverpool. Here's Didi Hamann, Risa, who had that very unfortunate experience at Southampton, coming on as a substitute to score with his first touch. We sometimes note that when they're on the right end, but rarely do you find it as an own goal. But it's the Arsenal left-back that perhaps is under scrutiny here in these early minutes. Matthew Upson, normally, preferably in his mind, a central defender. Perez playing in front of him. Arsenal's player of last month. Got a trophy just before kick-off. Looks for Ljungberg.
Well, that was a combination that brought the second and vital goal at Anfield. Wonderful run from Perez. It was against Gerrard again that time, Martin.
Perez trying to get the drop on the Carragher here. All about the angle of the challenge, and Steve Dunn has given Arsenal the free kick. And Carragher, who is one yellow card away from a suspension.
He might have had it here, Mark, as well. I think when Perez gets past him here and he lunges for the ball and doesn't get it from behind, he's a lucky, lucky boy for me. But Steve Dunn hasn't shown him the yellow card.
The yellow card today, and of course he'd miss the match in 2 weeks' time, which would bring him back here. Henry has come out to take the free kick. And really hit it with a great pace, and some credit to Kanu. He managed to divert it away from its original path, but it was way up and over.
I think the pace made it difficult. That's the problem that Kanu's got. Fresh from his headed goal in the cup at Watford. Couldn't quite emulate it there. It was a really wicked ball they had to deal with from Thierry Henry.
Arsenal unbeaten away still, but their home record very strange. 10 Premiership games at Highbury, and they have fallen behind in all but one of them. And that was against the current bottom club, Leicester. They beat them 4-0 here in the early weeks of the season. Henry. Oh, that comes back off the frame of the goal. Dudek deceived by the ball in by Thierry Henry, which was aimed as a cross, but came close to giving them the lead.
But they're getting a lot of joy here against Carragher early on in the game. Perez and then Henry have managed to leave him. I think Dudek's fairly happy this has gone over, but how close was that?
Anelka and Owen have started once before in Liverpool's colours. That was in the FA Cup, and they got the 3 goals between them that beat Birmingham. 4-1 there from Keown. Now Murphy, Gerrard, and it's a good reach by Sol Campbell.
Oh, Martin Keown really sloppy there, Mark, not like him. Really poor ball, and they were under pressure just for a second.
That was Archer's ball. If Owen could have got it down, there would have been more problems for Arsenal. And then he's headed off by Sol Campbell. Sven-Göran Eriksson was up at Newcastle yesterday, recently back from a week's break, looking tan from a trip to Mauritius. Henry. Ancho, shades of the cup final, and Ancho got away with a blatant handball. That was not at all so clear-cut.
No, it was just driven out from a couple of yards. But what was evident again, Martin, is that Carragher's got a problem or two. If they get the ball wide, and Henry and Perez, they look to have the beating of Carragher at the moment.
Claiming a handball again. Not with any lasting conviction. Perez. Berger trying to, with Murphy's help, orchestrate a Liverpool counter-attack. Anelka, Murphy's ahead of him. Anelka fouled by Upson. Risa joining the group towards the back post. Gerrard's there as well, and Herpier. Going to the ball was Campbell. Osho. Grimaldi. Vieira. Kanu. Good skill onto Herpier.
Good skill. Does stick with Kanu, I have to say, when it comes up to him, Martin. Sometimes looks very ungainly, but inevitably it does stick around him, and he does keep control of it.
It's been quite an anxious wait for Arsenal this week, just to make sure Kanu was going to be allowed to play today with the demands of Nigeria. But apparently Nigeria still haven't announced their actual squad for the African Nations Cup, which starts in a few days. So until they do that, they don't have any claim on Kanu, one would suspect. Grimaldi. Flickered on, hoping someone had gambled to push forward. Let's have another look at that handball claim. And when there's a handball around, it's Stefan Onshaw.
You see him come out to meet this Onshaw, and then just there, the ball's played, the arms up in front of him. I've always said, arms come above shoulder level, you are giving the referee a problem.
Carragher. Supporters enjoying it each time Anelka is dispossessed. He's quite capable of having the last laugh today. But Kanu for Ljungberg, just as at Anfield, but this time Freddie Ljungberg keeps his balance, keeps the ball, but can't round it off. Remember the penalty incident when Dudek caught him?
Well,
not this time.
Kanu again. Look at the close control, then the run. Absolute perfect. The run, the timing of the ball. Oh, Freddie. You put your house on this boy. He's never phased when he gets in. The only surprise is the net isn't bulging. Fabulous football.
He doesn't think so. He needed the finish. Perez. Finding himself on the right, the Frenchman. He's pushed it across, and Henry near post. Ljungberg heading for the penalty spot, but no one had come round the back from Perez's perspective.
No, they don't often do this, Arsenal. They normally get in positions like this. Perez would tuck it back on his left side, look for support. No surprise to see lack of support actually going for the cross.
Henry. Usually trying to take Berger on round the outside. And the trick as well. Great control from Kanu. And the shot. Well, he's a hopeful striker at goal rather than one that really raises the sense of expectation.
Good skill again, though. The control's there for all to see. Awareness as well. Just, I think, on his weaker side, inevitably you do tend to get some elevation in them when you hit them with your weaker side.
Ljungberg. Vieira. So Campbell joining it. At some speed as well. Perez. And he had again a bit of a swipe at it on his weaker side.
Did well,
Campbell. Just at the time, Andy, where you were beginning to think maybe Arsenal are finding Liverpool tougher than they were in the first 15 minutes.
Perez didn't do him any favours. I don't think the return chest height was quite what Saul had in mind, and he did well to get it back to Perez. But I think the thing about Arsenal, man, I've noticed, is that they don't get phased, they don't get anxious if they don't get an early breakthrough in games. I think they're quite prepared to probe, and they've got a good patience about them. You know, they're a side that does like to go forward.
And they've got this fella, Thierry Henry. Back at him, but he cushioned it well. Couldn't cushion the challenge from Murphy. That was unfair. Henry still the Premiership's leading goal scorer with 16. 2 ahead of Hasselback, and now Van Nistelrooy, who kept his wonderful run going today. Henry takes it.
What a ball. What a ball.
Harman, Anelka. Owen signalling, and he wants it put into his sort of area, and Harman did his best to respond. In the end, Owen was just trying to prevent a goal kick, but he hasn't been able to do that.
Well, the free kick in, though, has really played in at pace. Grimaldi's the one for me who comes in. Watch Gilles Grimaldi. How close does he get to getting something on it? Just a fraction too high for him. And somehow Steven Gerrard manages to scramble it clear, but any touch from Grimaldi.
Nothing done there for Henry. Oh, and Perez. Close down Carragher. Perez! And poise from Robert Perez, but it's still 0-0. Two Arsenal players down. It's a free kick to the home side, but it gives us a chance to just assess again the work of Robert Perez a moment or two earlier.
Ask me his CV, then tough tackling would not be that. But
do you remember the winner against Aston Villa?
Yeah, I do. Well, that was a foot hung up. That one was a tackle he had to go in, fully committed.
And now blowing for half-time. Well, for all Arsenal's best efforts, and they did start this first half as brightly as the red streak on Freddie Ljungberg's head, but it didn't mean the breakthrough, and Liverpool have bedded in from then on. 0-0 at Highbury at half-time. You have to go all the way back to the 1990-91 season to find the last time that Arsenal did do a league double over Liverpool. Of course, that's on again should they win today, following a heroic success at Anfield.
But they haven't got many goals here against them, Martin, have they, in the Premiership, Arsenal? In this fixture here. Something they've really struggled with.
Kanu trying to sort that particular problem out. Mesmerising. Henry. Actually just knocked it away from Risa, but through to Dudek. Risa. Gerrard. Oh, slightly misjudged by Beluzny and asking for a bit of help in terms of a call.
Well, this is always a danger. I mean, Liverpool haven't really created much in free play, but certainly when they've had a long throw, one in the first half that Gerrard won and flicked on, no one gone in, they've posed a problem or two.
And we're all looking to get under this, and Taylor rather pats it down. Berger Smashes it, not quite into the upper tier, but very nearly to it.
Well, you don't need to. Great opening football if you can cause confusion like this. It hasn't dealt with great, and certainly Berger's got a better left foot than that, no doubt. And he knows it.
Bergkamp for Ljungberg, and a free forward for Arsenal, and he was looking for Ori.
Had two options, Martin. Could have slid it to Bergkamp, who would carry his run forward. It was a poor ball to Henry.
Anelka. Slight miscontrol. Oh, Berger can really let fly here, and Martin Keown recognised that. Back by Harman. One or two Arsenal arms raised for an offside decision that wasn't forthcoming. Fed in by Risa, and Danny Murphy on the end of it.
Well, that's as far forward as Jean-Arnaud Risa's been in 60 minutes of football here at Highbury. Really up high there. Berger gets involved 2 or 3 times in this move. It's a lovely ball, and look at Murphy arrive right on cue. Oh, he gets that on target, and from that post you feel he would certainly have scored. But that's what I mean, Martin. I just get the impression the game's opening up. It's a little stretched.
Problem for Carragher, a bit of his own making, but he got himself out of it neatly enough. Henry's not going for it, so Bergkamp can. Oh, he would have been offside if he'd made an attempt. And here's Pires and Ljungberg! Near post, Freddie Ljungberg from Pires, just like 3 weeks ago.
Well done, Dennis Bergkamp as well, Martin. He made something of nothing. It's just a hopeful ball. But look at Bergkamp. Carragher doesn't deal with it. He might think he should have been stronger, should have been bigger. He wasn't. But what about 2 runs there? One from Perez to give Bergkamp a pass, and the other from Ljungberg. What can you say about this guy? He just does it and does it and does it. Gets on the end of things, and normally that's the end result.
Particularly, he does it against Liverpool.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, I tell you. You really can't.
Gerrard, Anelka cushioned it well, and now they're confused with Owen. Vieira, Pires. Arsenal come again. Bergkamp.
Touch too much weight. That's all.
When they get into a roll, and it's been very difficult for Arsenal to find that momentum today. Such has been the calibre of Liverpool's resistance. But they are extremely hard to stop once the momentum reaches their play.
Free kick, far end.
Campbell on Anelka.
Yeah, sometimes you can't win it, Martin. So look at Anelka. He knows what's going to happen here. All he's doing is buying a free kick. Sol paid it. Inviting pressure on.
On the list of Andy Gray's great phrases. Sometimes you can't win it. 2 defenders. But they still don't learn. They give away free kicks, as even Campbell has done here, and Liverpool look for an equaliser, not very convincingly.
Well, yet again, Liverpool in this run find themselves a goal down.
Arsenal's number 8. Berger stayed down. Grimaldi. Surprised they want to give it to Pires. Upson. And goes Ljungberg again. Gone so far that Pires is able to come and take his place almost, and still he's making a run ahead of the ball. In for the equaliser. Splendidly taken. And the swiftest of Liverpool counter-attacks.
Well, if he spots this, that's ball of the match. I'll tell you, we won't see a better one. Outside of the right foot, the commitment forward. I just 15 yards from goal. Goalkeeper gets a good starting position, it should be his. What a calm finish.
Norrie, Bergkamp.
Well, this is the chances. A ball won by Henry, cross in, and he just helps it on. And I wondered about who Pierre dealing with it. He doesn't. And having allowed Bergkamp round the back there, I thought, hit the target.
Raimondi. Bergkamp. He goes for goal himself and finds the goalkeeper. Heskey. Piano cross with Owen. It's McAllister backing up the play on the right-hand side. Heskey wants to cross in. Wasn't far away from him. Berger's quickly on the scene. Arsenal now want to hear the final whistle, and there it goes. Well, it was more open in the second half. Freddie Ljungberg got his now customary goal against Liverpool, but it wasn't enough. Jon Arne Riise equalising. Liverpool stay 5th, Arsenal stay 4th.
The lads done exceptionally well. It's always a difficult place to come, and you know what it is. But I thought the efforts, the determination, and it's difficult to play at times, but I thought the lads did exceptionally well, and we thoroughly deserved a draw.
Was it a big point because of all the criticism the club has had, and you personally as well this week?
Without a doubt. I think it was a big point, and the lads are very, very confident. They're not sort of jumping off the tables and everything there and really happy, but I think they're well content because it has been difficult, and I think it was a great place to come and to get a boost for the confidence, and they did exceptionally well today, and we thoroughly deserved it. I don't think there was many chances in the whole of the game, a few shots and everything, but I thought if we'd have got beat, I thought it would be extremely unjust.
We feel like we have lost 2 points because we had the right attitude, we fought hard, and Liverpool defended really like mad today, went for the long ball, closed us down. On the second ball we had problems to put the passes together, but once we were 1-0 up, and I believe we had an outstanding game at the back, of course you expect to win the game, and even if we didn't create too many chances, I think 2 keepers were not tested, but the fact that we got caught on a break is disappointing.
So after all of that, table looks like this. Leicester City still bottom, and there's a bit of a gap now as well between them and Middlesbrough in 17th place. Derby falling this weekend. Ipswich climbing, closing the gap on Middlesbrough, and there's a real chance for them now as well. Bolton still falling. Southampton, Blackburn, Everton, Sunderland and West Ham making up the bottom half. Then it's Charlton and Fulham. Spurs, who have been stuttering of late. Aston Villa, who moved into 7th this weekend. Chelsea, with 34 from 22 played. Liverpool have 39 points now. Arsenal with a game in hand, the postponed match at Leicester, but it's 40 from 21 for them, 41 from 22 for Leeds, and Newcastle and Manchester United separated only by goal difference, 42 each, from 22 played.